Men whose girlfriend asked for an open relationship, what was the fallout? Love is supposed to be simple. Or so I thought. I remember the way Maya looked at me that evening, eyes flickering with something I couldn't quite place. We were sitting on the couch, a half-eaten pizza on the table, and a movie playing quietly in the background. Her fingers were fidgeting with the hem of her hoodie. I thought she was about to tell me she wanted to adopt a cat. I wasn't prepared for what came next. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about, she began, voice soft, and I need you to hear me out fully before reacting. My heart skipped in that familiar warning way. Okay, I said cautiously. She took a breath. I love you. I really do, but I think I'm also in love with someone else. With Zoe? Zoe. Her best friend. The girl who'd practically lived in our apartment during quarantine. The one I made extra servings for at dinner without thinking. The one who crashed on our couch too many nights to count. The one who used to wink and joke if Maya ever dumps you. I called dibs. I blinked. You're in love with Zoe? Yes, I didn't plan it. It just happened. We talked a lot, and over time I realized I have deep feelings for her. But it doesn't change how I feel about you. I love both of you. I stared at her, unsure if this was a dream or some kind of cruel prank. And what do you want? To leave me for her? No, she said quickly. I want to open our relationship, so I can be with both of you. My chest tightened. You want my permission to date your best friend? Yes, I don't want to lie. I respect you too much for that. I think we can make this work if you're open to it. I laughed. A dry, bitter sound. And Zoe? She's okay with this. She is. We've talked a lot, but we both agreed we wouldn't move forward unless you were okay with it. 1,000 thoughts hit me at once. The sleepovers, the giggles I brushed off, the way they sometimes disappeared into the bedroom to talk. I stood up. So, what does that make me? Your emotional support while you date your best friend on the side? No. It's not like that. I'm not choosing between you. I'm asking to share my love honestly. I thought we were modern enough to handle something non-traditional. My throat was dry. I never signed up for this. She reached out, but I stepped back. Think about it, she pleaded. Please, just think. I didn't respond. I grabbed my keys and left the apartment. For 3 days, I didn't answer Maya's texts, not the long, emotional paragraphs, not the voice notes, not the photo she sent of Zoe's hand in hers with the caption, "We're not doing anything without you. Please come home." I stayed at my friend Darren's place. He asked me once what happened. I just said Maya wants to date her best friend and me too. He looked confused for a second, then muttered, "Jesus," and handed me a beer. We didn't speak about it again. On the 4th night, I went home. She was on the couch, exactly where I'd left her, like she hadn't moved. There was a nervous smile on her face. Hey, you're here. I needed clothes, I replied, brushing past her. I've missed you, she said behind me. Can we talk? I turned slowly. What do you want me to say? Maya, that I'm okay with you dating Zoe while we're still together. That I'll just pretend this isn't the most humiliating thing you've ever asked me to accept. It's not humiliation. It's honesty. It's betrayal with a label. Her face fell. I told you because I respect you. Most people would just cheat, right? So, I should clap for your integrity while you make out with your best friend behind closed doors. She hasn't stayed over since you left. Yet, I snapped. She stood, her voice trembling. I didn't think you were this closed-minded. My jaw clenched. Don't throw that word at me. I'm not closed-minded because I don't want to share my girlfriend. A silence stretched between us. Then she said, she makes me feel safe and excited, just like you do. In a different way. I thought love wasn't supposed to be a prison. I thought it could expand. I stared at her, bitter heat in my throat. So, what am I now? Plan B. Or your emotional support pet while you chase butterflies with Zoe. You're my anchor, she whispered. Zoe's. The spark. And what happens when the spark turns into fire? When you fall harder for her than me? Maya looked at the floor. I don't know. There it was. The truth. I nodded. So you want me to stay, while you explore the possibility of replacing me? No. That's not what I said. Maybe not in words, I muttered. But everything else screams it. I picked up a bag of clothes. She followed me to the door. Please don't walk out again. Why? I asked coldly. So I can sit on the sidelines while you date someone else under a roof. She didn't answer. I opened the door, and standing there was Zoe, holding a bottle of wine, smiling. Oh, you're back, she said brightly, then saw the bag in my hand. Her smile faltered. Wow. I said, stepping past her. I guess I got my answer. Zoe called after me. It doesn't have to be like this. But I was already gone. 2 weeks passed. I didn't block Maya or Zoe. I didn't scream, call, or post angry captions. I just vanished from their world. Somewhere between numbness and clarity, I started to heal. I slept better, ate alone without feeling lonely. And slowly, painfully, the weight of that apartment, the memories, the laughter, the betrayal started to fade. But then she texted, Maya, can we talk one last time, please? I ignored it. The next day, she showed up at my job. I was just locking up the shop when she appeared across the street, standing under the streetlight like something out of a memory. Hair pulled back, hoodie zipped up, holding her hands together, like they were the only thing keeping her from falling apart. I just want 5 minutes, she said quietly. I didn't say no. We sat on a bench nearby, awkward space between us. She looked tired, pale and sad. I messed up, she began. Not because I was honest about loving someone else, but because I expected you to carry the weight of it. I didn't respond. I kept thinking I could have both of you. That if I just explained it right, you'd come around. People aren't puzzles, I said. We don't get solved by the right explanation. She nodded slowly. Zoe and I, we didn't work out. I raised an eyebrow. She thought she wanted me, but once she had me, things changed. Turns out she liked being the exception, not the reality. I wasn't surprised. I thought you'd be angry, she said. I was. And now, I'm tired, I said. Tired of being the guy who had to be reasonable about his girlfriend falling for someone else. Tired of pretending that open love feels like anything but slow motion heartbreak for people who didn't agree to it. She swallowed hard. So there's no chance. No. She looked away, blinking fast. Okay, she whispered. We sat in silence. Then I stood up. She stood too, but didn't follow. I hope you find someone who loves you the way you want to be loved, I said. But I need someone who chooses only me. Every time. She didn't argue, didn't beg, didn't cry, and somehow, that hurt more. I walked away. This time, for good, and for the first time in weeks, I didn't look back.